Good morning on this Sunday. You're checking in with us here at Atlanta News First Plus. Thank you so much for that. We begin right now with a traffic alert in Atlanta. We wanted to get right to this in case you're getting ready to hit the road on this Sunday. Perhaps you have friends or family traveling on the connector in Atlanta. You are looking right now at 7585 northbound at University Avenue, where there has been a car fire that crews have been working. I'll take this graphic down and you can see what is left of the charred car over here on the side of the road. It looks like they just opened up these lanes within the past few minutes, but you still have some emergency vehicles you can see on the side of the road. So again, 7585 northbound at University Avenue for a car fire investigation. Atlanta police and fire are out there working this, but things have been moving slowly. But the good news is it looks like everyone is able to get by now, including able to get off that exit. But we just wanted to give you a heads up because we know it might be a busy day out there if you're heading out and about. So thanks so much for checking in with us here at Atlanta News First Plus. Hope your Sunday's off to a great start. I'm Megan Packer. We will talk to First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi here in just a moment. It is a First Alert weather day. She's got a lot of information that you need to know before you head outside today and make those plans. We're talking heat, humidity, and storms. But right now, let me get you caught up with some of the top news stories this morning, including tomorrow is the first day of the new month. Hard to believe, July 1st already tomorrow. And with it will come some new laws here in Georgia. Some of them that we've been talking about are a cash bail law. It's pretty controversial. It increases what crimes require cash bail in the state. The part that limits how many people bail fund groups can help is blocked, though, for 14 days because of a lawsuit that the ACLU and the nonprofit group Barred Business filed against the state. So we will follow that as it makes its way through the system with that lawsuit. Also taking effect tomorrow, it stiffens the penalties for illegal street racing and anybody hosting a drag racing event. Repeat offenders could face a felony charge, thousands of dollars in fines, and they could spend up to 10 years in prison. We've talked about this a lot. We know this is an activity that we see time and time again across Metro Atlanta. The governor's tried to crack down on this, law enforcement, and now, again, there's a new law that will stiffen the penalties for this. You can find a full list of all the new laws taking effect tomorrow, July 1st, on atlantanewsfirst.com. We have been on top of a murder-suicide all weekend long in Coweta County. Staying on top of this one still, and no identities released yet of all of the people involved. 4 people were found dead at a home early yesterday morning in Coweta County. We told you that deputies found 2 people dead in a driveway of a home. A third person was found dead in the doorway there on Crabapple Court. It's in the Sharpsburg area of Coweta County. Investigators say a man ran inside the home and then they heard a gunshot. The SWAT team eventually made their way into that house, and they did find a 4th body in that house later. So again, 4 dead total in what's believed to be a murder-suicide in this quiet community here in Coweta County. So we are working to get the names of those who were killed. Investigators have not shared information yet about a motive or how everybody involved knew each other. Today marks 50 years since the mother of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was shot and killed inside of Atlanta's Ebenezer Baptist Church. And the church, along with the King family, the King Center, and the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Park have a special program planned for this afternoon to remember Alberta Williams King. They are inviting everybody to come out to the Heritage Sanctuary at Ebenezer Baptist Church for the Faith Over Fear, Love Over Hate program. It starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We are getting closer to the 4th of July, of course, and a new survey finds that celebrations are costing you a little less this year compared to last year. The National Retail Federation found that the average American celebrating the holiday will spend a little more than $90 per person on food. That is $3 less than last year. Their survey found that 87% of people plan to celebrate the 4th. So, a big part of the 4th, of course, is getting outside and celebrating one way or another, whether it's with those cookouts or going to see the celebrations and the fireworks. Today's a First Alert weather day, so we need to talk to First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. Hopefully not a First Alert weather day for the 4th in a few days.
Right.
We know it'll be hot and steamy, so you've got a lot to cover, not only today, but for this holiday week coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, the 4th of July holiday, thankfully, is not a First Alert weather day for Thursday, but if it gets hot and humid enough, we could issue a First Alert weather day if we think that the heat index is going to be dangerous for the 4th. So something we'll be watching for you. That's kind of the only threat. Rain looks fairly slim right now, so that's good. But today, we do have a First Alert weather day because we will have a fairly high coverage of showers and storms. Also, we'll have the chance for some isolated severe weather for some people, and it is going to be dangerously hot for a handful of you. All of us are going to feel more like the triple digits today, but when we get into that dangerous criteria, that heat advisory criteria, we're talking feels like temperatures 105, maybe even hotter, and some people will experience that today. So let's cover everything you need to know as we round out the weekend. Maybe some of you extending your holiday week. Maybe tomorrow is at the start of a work week and your weekend will get extended. Lucky you if that's the case. That'd be fantastic. Cold front to our north, that's going to be the culprit for our storms later today. High pressure to our south, that's pumping in a lot of Gulf moisture, bringing our wind out of the southwest. So it's going to be a hot and humid day today as we wait for that cold front to move through. In fact, our dew points are in the 70s, which is considered oppressive. Really, really sticky out there. As you walk outside, it's going to feel like you're swimming through the air rather than walking through it. It is just really, really muggy. So naturally, as temperatures rise, so will the heat index, what it feels like on your skin. By noon, it'll feel like 100. And then in the city of Atlanta, it will feel more like 104 degrees this afternoon as we head towards 6 o'clock. So if you have any plans, maybe you're headed to the Braves game this afternoon. Lots of events going on leading into the 4th of July holiday this week. Just make sure you're drinking plenty of water. And even at 9, it's still going to feel like the 90s. Here's a snapshot of 5 o'clock this evening. Notice feeling like 103 in Eatonton, 100 in Covington, 100 in Athens, 100 in Atlanta. And again, we have the potential to have feels like temperatures upwards of 105 degrees in these shaded areas here. So from Banks County through Athens down to Eatonton, this does include Oglethorpe County, all the way into Meriwether County, so south and east of Metro, it could feel more like 105 degrees. Maybe a stray shower this morning. For the most part, we're dry for the morning, and we'll stay mostly dry through about 1 o'clock before scattered showers and storms develop ahead of that front. That front will move through after 5 o'clock, and that will promote a more widely scattered chance for showers and thunderstorms this evening. And as that front sinks south, the rain and storms will naturally go along with it, and we should be mostly quiet overnight. Now, as that front moves through this evening, an isolated severe storm will be possible from Fannin County, Gilmer County, all the way down to Clark and Oconee County, down towards Athens. So if we have a severe storm, any storms that do spark severe will carry gusty wind upwards of 60 miles per hour and maybe some small hail. Any storms that do develop today, you'll notice the winds start to pick up. They will carry heavy downpours. We have a lot of moisture out there, so storms will take advantage of that and give some heavy rain. But we can use the rain. I think a lot of people would be grateful to get some of those heavy downpours if you're lucky enough to get caught under one. So, but of course, we don't want severe weather, which is a possibility today. Now, tomorrow, highs in the mid-90s. That cold front's not going to cool us down automatically. It's going to take a little while for that cooler air to settle in. Tomorrow's still hot with a 20% chance for showers and storms. Very isolated storm activity tomorrow in the afternoon. And then temperatures drop into the mid to upper 80s on Tuesday. That's the coolest day over the next 7. And then temperatures will bump right back into the low to mid-90s for the remainder of the week. And that humidity will also ramp back up. So Tuesday will be the coolest day. It'll also be a little drier humidity-wise, not super low humidity, but drier than where we've been. And then it ramps right back up. So very brief spurt of lower humidity and a brief break from the 90s. Now, as we head into the 4th of July, mid-90s feels like 100 plus isolated afternoon storms, 20% chance for showers and thunderstorms. So right now, no First Alert weather day for the 4th of July, but it's going to be a July day in Georgia for the 4th. Just like every year, hot and humid, that chance for a few isolated thunderstorms. So just be sure if you are doing anything outdoors, I'm sure a lot of you are, that you're drinking plenty of water and staying cool on that day. Anywhere near water would probably be a good place to be on the 4th of July. Let's talk about Hurricane Beryl. As of the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, this storm strengthened from a tropical depression to a major Category 3 storm within 48 hours. So really, that's just a testament to how warm the water is in the Atlantic. Conditions prime for development here. This thing rapidly intensified. Now with winds of 115 miles per hour, that eye extremely well defined. This is a textbook hurricane when it comes to its anatomy. Moving to the west at 21 miles per hour. It will continue to strengthen as it approaches the Windward Islands, so places like Turks and Caicos, as we head into the evening tonight and tomorrow morning. So we'll wake up tomorrow morning more than likely with a Cat 4 hurricane, again, as it approaches the southern Windward Islands there. And then it will make its way through the Caribbean, and it will maintain its Cat 3 status, which is major hurricane status, with winds of about 115 miles per hour. It could make direct impact with Jamaica. It could slide just to the south of Jamaica, but if you had travel plans there as we head into the mid to late week, something you really want to pay attention to, because more than likely your travel plans are going to get altered. And then that storm continues to move west. Now the big question is, how much does it ride around this ridge that's steering it, this area of high pressure that's steering it? Does it start to curve and go between Cuba and the Yucatan Peninsula? Does it go further south and impact, like a direct impact on places like Belize, Cancun? There's still some question marks, but nonetheless, it is looking more likely than not that this is going to have an impact on the Yucatan Peninsula. So if you have travel plans to Cancun, if you're going to Mexico, something to consider if you were planning on flying out this week for the 4th of July holiday and spending the holiday weekend there, because this is going to impact, potentially impact rather, again, places like Cancun, Belize, anywhere along the Yucatan Peninsula as we head into Thursday night and Friday. So again, something you really want to pay attention to as you are going through this week if you are so lucky to have travel plans. I say this time of year, if you have any plans to the Caribbean or the Gulf, travel insurance, because the hurricanes will have a chance of ruining it. So hopefully that's the case if that was in your plans this week. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. So our first alert weather day today for the chance for storms along a cold front, some of which could be severe, especially up towards the mountains. Mid-90s, feeling more like the triple digits, dangerously hot for some of you, especially south and east of the city. Tomorrow, isolated storms possible for the afternoon with highs in the mid-90s. We'll wake up in the upper 60s to low 70s Tuesday, some slightly drier air, a little cooler with highs in the mid to upper 80s. And then we'll go right back into that summer-like feel and pattern with highs in the low to mid 90s through Saturday, with about a 20 to 30% coverage of afternoon storms each day. All right, everyone, stay cool today and make sure you have that First Alert Weather app handy. It'll let you know if storms are in your area, if any severe weather is in your area throughout the day. We'll continue to keep you updated on the forecast on the First Alert Weather app. We also have a story about Hurricane Beryl online right now, so something to look into if you are interested in following that and the evolution of that if you are someone with travel plans. So we have a story to cover you on that as well. Make it a wonderful Sunday, and we'll catch you here next time.